So yes, my name is Brandon Richardson. Pleasure to meet all those lovely folks out there. As you can see, my shirt, if you can read it out, it says, be kind to one another. It seems nowadays there are a lot of things that we can differ on, things that we can try to overlook, if you will. But I think if we can recognize, hey, let's be kind to each other. Can we build bridges instead of walls, right? I got into script reading, I want to say it was 2018. I fell on it by accident, and it's because I was just scrolling, and then I saw something about script reading, and I was like, script reading, what's that? And I was reading the premise. It's like, wait, you can read. Oh, well, right. I mean, Star Wars had a script, and all, Spider-Man and all these big movies, right? Oh, somebody reads those scripts before they even get into the, it goes from this step to the next step. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Just going over all the different plot structures and character arcs, and it's like, oh, Jeremy, I was like a kid in the candy store, man. Like, for example, one of my favorite movies. We have a certain character who's lying on like this, right? And you see a computer, and it says, I think it says, "Wake up, Neo," and the rest is history. Just the themes in that movie, just how the world is a simulation, and like everything you see is not like it's real, but then it's not, because then it's part of a larger computer simulation. It's like, dude, this is blowing my mind. This is awesome. I think one of the best things about reading scripts, it's us telling stories. When it comes to the story of people, we only know things because of the stories that we've been able to tell. Whether it's on caves, whether it's through paintings, whether it's through writing things down. It doesn't matter if you've only written a 5-page script, you written a 200-page script. That's a little long. But just giving people the reassurance, if you will, that what you have to say matters. Coming from a person who, so I'm a teacher. I feel like I've been teaching my whole life in one way or the other. And some of the things I tell my kids is that all of you have a story to tell. You all have your own unique perspective. You could bring those things to the table, but I know a lot of the times people don't have the confidence to say, oh, I matter, and oh, okay, if I don't feel if I feel I don't matter, then they might feel, okay, then my story doesn't matter, which is so far from the truth. That's been one of the best things that I got out of being able to read. I read about 50 scripts, no, like 50 to 75. I was scrolling through, just some. I'm a cinephile now. I have a good friend, Yuki, who's probably going to watch this. I may not be as big of a cinephile as you, Yuki, but I know enough movies as a person who I like to think I'm cultured. I've seen some of the older movies, like The Wizard of Oz, Singing in the Rain. I've seen quite a few films. Every good script has characters that you can understand and that you can relate to. But also the thing is about, and just in my opinion, about reading scripts and helping people try to build their scripts better is, okay, you can have a really good story, but what about the characters? And then vice versa. Okay, you could have really good characters, but if you're not building, your story, if you're not able to capture the world, the thing is that when you're writing your script, you are bringing a story to life. I'm sitting in the audience, okay, is this a movie that I want to see? Is this a movie that not only I can relate to, but can other people relate to as well? And I think if we can help people be unafraid of constructive criticism, because there are so many great stories out there. Some of those writers might have had writer's block, might have been scared, might have been, oh, well, the script isn't really that good. Who's gonna want to go see some guy who gets caught in some computer simulation? Who's gonna want to see, I'm thinking of like the Terminator, great movie. Who's gonna want to see some a regular guy? Turns out he's a robot, and he's trying to, kill this really important person to make sure that humanity, doesn't progress forward. It's a matter of getting over the living in fear. And again, going back to my shirt about being kind to one another, but also about being kind to yourself. Put yourself out there and trust that, okay, I'm gonna put this story out there. It might not be very good, and that's okay, right? That's part of life. I think getting over the expectation of being really good at something when you first start out. I know everyone is their harshest critic, no doubt about it. So I think being able to get writers out of their own head, everyone can communicate something that they've been through, their experience. So it has been a wonderful experience, a beautiful opportunity to read, the scripts that I've been able to just had the honor of reading. I've read for about, I think, 5 or 6 film festivals so far. There have been some small companies that I've read for. One of the best things about it is I'll send my feedback. It could be like 3 to 4 pages. I'll send it back to the writer, and there have been many times where writers are like, dude, like and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna toot a little bit. I'm gonna toot it a little bit. They would be like, oh man, thank you so much. You really, boosted me up, because I was on the verge of not moving forward with the script. I was on the verge of thinking, oh, it's not that good. And again, it says that sometimes we get in our head so much. So I like to do this for myself whenever I kind of get stuck in my head. Look at the script and kind of zoom out from like a third person point of view. If you can see the different angles, the different perspectives, the character arcs and the world building, the inciting incident is a story that I want to bring to life. And well, technically speaking, it's already alive when it's on paper. The fact that you were able to get it out of your head onto paper that's more than half the battle. When it comes to learning more about yourself, put yourself out there. And I'm here with one of my good friends, Jeremy, and just telling him beforehand, it's like, wow, I'm getting interviewed. Like this is a surreal experience. Like I'm like on 60 Minutes or whatever, Just being able to step outside of yourself and just be honest. And like, folks, tomorrow's not given. Whenever you put yourself out there, you learn, much about yourself. Okay, maybe you are ready. Maybe it was a false start, if you will. But the fact that you started, that you started the process is, again, that's more than half the battle. So again, I know I kind of got off from script reading more about life, because I think they're definitely correlated. And so having the confidence to put yourself out there, having the patience to build in your craft, to not expect everything to happen in one day. There's no losing in life. It's just learning. With the Control Sports Network, I've been able to. So I started last year. Shout out to Shay Harris, Arlen Ponder, Darren, all my guys out there. Russ, Ian, Damon, Larry, Wayne. I'm trying to shout out to everybody. Mike, and Chad, and everybody else. I started last year as a sales guy with them, trying to get some sponsors in town, and then I was able to do camera work. I've never run a camera. I mean, not in that aspect of, following around, but I've watched football all my life and basketball and listening to broadcasts. So I told Shay, like, hey man, look, you give me a few weeks, it's gonna be like Sports Center, done, you know what I'm saying? So and I like to think I do a pretty good job. And then I was able to call my first game ever, Lakeview basketball game, and then I called some other games for basketball. Dude, it was incredible. Like, it's like, oh man, we're live with Control Sports Network, here with Arlen Ponder, and we're here at the whatever gym we were at. And then even with the film thing, Jeremy reassured me that I had more experience than I thought I did. So I've been in 2 commercials. Wow, how did I forget? Because I was on a roll, Jeremy. That's because I was on a roll, my man. The first commercial I had the pleasure of doing, it was with the Concho Valley Community Action Agency. Yeah. Shout out to Sydney and I know Sydney over there. I know Mike Burnett, Jenny's over there. So shout out to all my good people over there. It's like, yeah, Brandon, do you want to be in a commercial? Sure. I mean, if you'll have me, sure. And we did it at the Cactus Hotel, like all the way at the top floor. And that's how I met Clark. Also, shout out to Clark. And it was a really cool experience. So we they gave us our lines, and it was like a 30-second commercial. I was really proud to be a part of it, because that's something that's really important in the city, is helping people. You're having trouble with your bills. Some people are homeless, unfortunately, because at the end of the day, all we have is each other, right? We're all in the same boat. I did that. Then I also did a commercial a few months ago for the Super Bowl for Julio's, and that was really cool. Later reached out, said, hey, you want to be in a Super Bowl commercial? You got the right number, right? Sure. And she, okay, yeah, be here this time, and and great. Okay, cool. I was a football coach for like Pee Wee football. They were like 8, 9, 10 years old kids. They were really cool kids. So the premise was, we just won the football game, and I was like, all right, guys, lunch is on me. Yeah, all the kids were all excited, and I was like, oh, here are a lot of kids. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. But regardless, it all worked out. And it was really cool, man, because like just seeing it's one thing watching a commercial. It's one thing seeing how all the setup and we got to get this shot and this shot. We got to move the camera 50 times just to get it's like, Brandon, could you come back and try that again and this way? That, yeah, sure, yeah. How many takes have we done? And it goes back to The Shining. And how Stanley Kubrick would do a ridiculous amount of takes, right? I think I heard that there was one scene they did it like 160 70, so for some reason 174 takes is popping in my head. I don't know if that's the exact number, but I was like, oh well, this is light work. This is fine. I could do 10, 20 takes. It's fine. Especially if I'm gonna be in the Super Bowl. No, it was a really cool experience. So hopefully we're gonna build on some set opportunities, because we're gonna have things filmed here. Shout out to Joe at Steam House Entertainment. Haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, sir, but I'm sure that'll come down the line. And because I know we just had the other film in Miles. Shout out to everybody that made Bud. That was really cool that we had a local film be made, and we're gonna hopefully build on that momentum and keep the train going, right? I think life is too short to not seek, to not try and understand. I love to spread kindness, to spread empathy, compassion, just letting people know that they matter, and that again their story matters, right? Some of the experiences that I've been to, I even when I was younger, I had the privilege of going overseas. We went to I was part of the People to People Student Ambassador Program. Life-changing experience, man. I was 17. I was going into my senior year, and just being able to see the world and also recognize, like, wow, that the world is so much bigger than we can really even imagine. And so to travel if you can, because who knows, you could travel somewhere and you can meet wonderful people. You can really live your dreams, not chase your dreams. I'm an advocate of living your dreams. Those have been some of the most important moments of my life. People giving me the chance and the opportunity to travel, or to call games, or to run a camera, or to be here getting interviewed. So I think one of the challenges, obstacles that we have at San Angelo is, and I mean this with all love and care, I know it's not a matter of the people wanting it to happen. I think it's a matter of all of us connecting. How could we get all of us in the same room and be like, hey, you have your experience, I have my experience, Jeremy has his experience. Okay, well then, guys, let's make it happen. I think also just letting people know that this is a thing. Social media exposure, word of mouth. I know word of mouth is a huge thing in this town. We have a lot of untapped potential, if you will, in the city. So we have so many cool, different places we could shoot, but I think it's just a matter of being able to get people with relevant film experience, camera experience, production experience, and even and not even just relevant, just wanted to get involved. I think just letting people know that it's a thing, and it's not just some fringe niche thing, and it's just a handful of people in the theater community or arts community. No, we want everyone. We want people to be on board with this, right? I think another thing, now that I'm we're thinking about it, we're talking about it out loud. Money is an aspect that I know we all have to consider, right? Is like, okay, well, yeah, we could shoot a movie, but like, well, am I going to get paid for it? Am I going to this? And so I know, sponsorship and getting funding, can also be a problem. So those are some of the aspects that I think some of the only obstacles that I can kind of foresee at this moment in time. When it comes to us, getting things going and getting people involved. Positives. So folks, this is like the Wild Wild West. We are like in the gold rush type of mentality, like opportunity, in my opinion. Untapped. Oil comes out. Let's go, baby. We have plenty of actors here. We have plenty of people that are willing to be on screen. And again, I think there's so much opportunity for growth and for us to really scale it to a really awesome level. Hey, let's all work together. Let's build together. Let's see what we can do. And I don't really see, yes, our town has about 100,000 people, but we can make it vibrant. We can make it where everyone feels welcome. Oh, instead of shooting in Austin, let's go shoot in San Angelo. What? Why not? Can we have like an arts council? Can we get theater? Can we get film together? Arts? Can we get all of us together and say, hey, let's bring us all together. So how can we bolster the city to another level? Say we start our own film festival. We could have student category. We could have a shorts category. We could have a feature length category. We could have like a script reading competition citywide. I'm sure a lot of people would want to get involved if they really see that there's, oh, wow, they're actually making this happen. Yeah, we're making it happen. It starts with these conversations like this, right? It's letting people know, okay, there are people out here that want to make it happen. If you're told so many times in your life, oh, you can't do it, well, there's also the opposite energy of that, right? That you can do it. And I think the only limitations we have is in our mind. Think about everything that you see. At one point, it was in somebody's head. I'll get on my soapbox there of bringing things to fruition, but it's very important. Those are the positives that I that I think we can take steps towards. That's, I mean, I know they say sky's the limit. I don't think there is a limit. So I would say for those of you that want to get involved, we have our local Facebook group, Film San Angelo. You can reach out to the people at SAPAC. But I think being able to overcome that hurdle of, oh, well, you know, I mean, I want to act, I want to write, I want to do scripts, I want to do commercials, putting yourself out there, going for theater auditions, going for, different auditions in town for, different things to get involved. If you're a singer, go sing. If you're an artist, make art. If you have a story you want to write the story. I'm thinking of Rocky III, Rocky Balboa and Creed, when they were training and Rocky was having trouble and Apollo, what's the matter with you, man? Right? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. And so folks, it's a call to action. Whatever you want to do with your life, whatever you want to experience. I have 3 words that are kind of my part of my coaching practice. Embrace your flaws, embody your best self, endeavor towards your dreams. Another good friend, the lady who runs ACT, Paulette Schell. Hope you hear me, Paulette. I don't know if she's back there, but she told me, because we met a couple weeks ago, the time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well enjoy what you're doing. What? Say that again? What? Every morning you wake up, find the things that you're grateful for. Know that you are, people care about you, people love you. You have dreams that you want to live. You have dreams that you want to fulfill. Then take those steps towards that dream. But also, I think sometimes, so like, for example, when people say, oh, you got to take action, you got to do it. Oh, wait, there's action in me changing my mindset. Or, for those of you that are afraid to submit your writings or, well, the script, it's okay. But if you can change your mindset on anything, if you can change your perspective, you like, your life is completely different. You don't always have to listen to your inner critic. And the fact that you can even turn your inner critic to your friend, if you will. Your ego can only tell you where you've been, not where you're going. Another note is that being able to give, but also to receive. So like part of the things about when I talk to people about their scripts and giving them constructive feedback. Again, like I said, so many people are like, oh, thank you for being honest. But I try to lead with kindness. Like, thank you for even writing the script. Thank you for even, making yourself vulnerable. I know so many people have been told, oh, your emotions don't matter, this doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. No. Your vulnerability is strength, because the fact that you're able to be honest with yourself, you can be your best self. You could be really good at something, but you can always be better at it. Or you might just be starting out and thinking, oh, I'm no good, no. You have something to bring to the table. You have something to contribute, even if it's just a 20-page script. Or it could be a 1-page script, And so it doesn't matter the format, it doesn't matter the expression, but that's what's most important, is to express yourself, advocate for yourself. Say, hey, I want to do this thing, but I don't know how to start. And so you can reach out to us. I'm a message away on Facebook. Hopefully we can connect on some different fronts. I still do script reading. I'm not retired. I just haven't done it in a little while, other than helping Jeremy with some of his scripts. It would be an honor to work with you in any way, shape, or form, to help you try to overcome some of those creative blockages and try to embody your best self. But again, guys, don't ever sell yourself short. You have so much to do. You have so much to give. Don't want you to look back at your life and say, or live with regret, or, oh, I should have, or I could have. Do it. So that's what I got.
Cool. Awesome.
I'm getting interviews. What, man? No, like it's like I'm, I'm thinking of 60 Minutes, wow, this is legit, man. Right? That's what it is, Jeremy. Thank you. I just had to say it out loud.